don't even know. What do you think gets you to like 106 miles an hour, 107? Like, what do you think you have to do if you could even, do control yourself? What do you think you have to do to get to that?
I think for me, just continuing, just throwing off the mound, like getting that sequencing, like getting my body, just any little bit I can get, just in my sequencing and delivery. Just, I think that's what I'll see a little bit. I think for me, like, especially right now, like I can't really get like stronger in season like that. Like I can't just try to deadlift 500 pounds every day, 600 pounds.
Right.
Like, I think for me, it's just getting that sequencing and just keep moving fast down the mound.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see it.
I think you will. I mean, it's trending that way, so that's good.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go find some. Oh, arm care. What is your arm care routine? That's a good question.
Yeah. So after I throw, I don't really like to do too heavy the day that I throw. I started getting, I mean, obviously I know this isn't available to everyone, but there's a blood flow restriction on the arms just so I can do a little more the day that I throw. But for me, I think a big arm care, it's not really arm care, but I like lifting after I throw, just kind of flush everything out and get blood flow to everything in my body. So I'll lift the day after or the day of, and then the day after I'll hit a big like rotator cuffs. Like I'm big with just the little 5-pound weights, like holding it.
Right.
A lot of holds with the bands. I'm just trying to strengthen the back of my shoulder, stretch my lats a lot, hang from bars, something like that.
So where'd you get, do you follow like, is it Javelin Anatomy, or like where'd you get your mobility program from, or like the philosophy from?
Honestly, just a bunch of random videos, just trying to like compile what felt good for me. I just tried a bunch of different things.
It's like from YouTube or just?
Yeah, YouTube, Twitter, like when Bauer started doing his stuff, like stuff like that, just like random videos like that. Like I'd be like, oh, I'll try that and see how it feels.
Yeah.
And like if it makes my body feel good, I'll keep it. If I don't really feel anything, then I'll just move on to the next thing.
That's a good philosophy. Yeah, that's good, because then you really learn your body. So that's cool. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. So what was your best moment at Tennessee?
I think for me, it's probably the SEC championship. Yeah, the whole SEC tournament was fun. I mean, we kept getting rained out, and then we finally played at like 11 o'clock at night one night and beat Vandy. So that was a good one. Yeah. All the regional, super regional atmospheres. Like I know the super regional didn't end the way we wanted to, but the atmosphere was like, you can't ask for anything better than that. It was awesome. Throwing 105 against Auburn was pretty awesome. That was probably something I'll never forget for the rest of my life.
What do you think makes like playing in the SEC so different? Like, because it's just a different level of baseball. What do you, from your perspective, what is it?
Yeah, I just think the lineups 1 through 9, like you're not really gonna get a break. Yeah. Especially as a pitcher, like everyone 1 through 9 can do damage. I mean, our team last year, like whoever was in the 9 spot, like you knew they could get on base. Like 7 spot, 8 spot, they were all getting on base, and it didn't really matter who it was that day if the lineup changed. It's just the depth and just how good the whole lineup is. It's a lot different than any other pitch.
Does that just come from like better recruiting, or do you think it's like just more the population down south like favors baseball more? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a mix of both, because obviously the people down like baseball down south is amazing. Like you're gonna find good kids in Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, Texas, and then if they're somewhere else, they're gonna get recruited to play in the SEC. So yeah, I think either way they're gonna end up in the SEC or ACC anyway.
Yeah. So you grew up a Tennessee fan, right?
Yeah.
So what was it like seeing the progression of that program to now like literally being top 5, top 1 program in the country? Like what was that seeing as you grew up?
Well, it was crazy, because we would go to games, even like an SEC series, a weekend like Sunday game, 1-1 series, and there'd be 200 people in the stands.
It's crazy.
I was like 7 years old, like just happy to be there. And then just throughout middle school and high school, kind of slowly built up a little bit, especially towards the end of my high school. It really built up, and then Coach Vitello got there, and that's when it really kind of blew up. And it was really cool to see, just because obviously being a Tennessee fan, you don't want any of the sports to be known as like bottom of the SEC or anything like that. And then they really turned it around, and I mean, now who wouldn't want to play for Vitello at Tennessee?
Right, and it's cool seeing the football program going back up, basketball. Like every once I think one sport starts dominating, it seems like kind of lifts the spirit of every sport on the campus.
Yeah, I agree. And the new athletic director is awesome. He's just, all the sports are kind of coming together. We all have the same cafeteria now, and you just like see the football players and basketball players. You get to know all of them, and just a good atmosphere to be in.
Build a good culture. I feel like that's the biggest thing in college sports. But hey, I'll keep going. There's so many of these. I'll just try to go through the big ones. Oh yeah, what was your decision like playing JUCO and going the JUCO route? That's a big thing.
Yeah, I mean, I had like a few D2 schools offer me from around Knoxville, and like I said, I didn't really pitch much in high school, so it was kind of more like JUCOs and D2s, and I felt like I was hitting a growth spurt. Like I felt like I was obviously growing a little bit more. And I was like, if I just get those 2 years to really develop and grow into my body, like who knows what could happen. And just, I knew like I would obviously keep my work ethic there and just try to see what could happen. I heard good stories about everyone going to junior colleges and ended up at 4-year school. So it was kind of like, just use those 2 years to develop as much as I can and see where it ends up.